Hey everybody, Jeff King here, coming to you with another initial impressions video. This time I'm talking about Brace for Impact from Rampage Games, which is coming to Kickstarter very soon. I believe it's going to be the end of March, so be on the lookout for that. It is a two-player game of simultaneous dice rolling. In this game, you are the captain and crew of a submarine, and your opponent is the captain and crew of a submarine, and you are trying to complete one of two objectives first. So you are either going to collect 5 of these intelligence gems first, or be the first one to eliminate the other player's crew. If you do either of those, you win. And you do that with 2d6. You're going to be, again, simultaneously rolling. There are no turns, so you're continually rolling your dice, depending on if your submarine is on the surface or underwater. Your actions are slightly different. If you're on the surface, anytime you roll a 7, you can either dive, so flip your token to underwater, or you can pick up a crew member if you're not already at 4 crew. Those are the two things you can do if you roll a 7. If you roll doubles, you can arm your torpedo, which basically you'll just put it on your token to show that you've armed your torpedo, or you can remove 1 intelligence gem from the opponent and put it back into the general pool to be collected by anybody if they can get to it. If you are underwater, a 7 will let you flip back to surface if you want to go back to the surface, or take a gem from the general pool and add it to your collection. So adding to the 5 you need to win. If you happen to roll doubles while you're underwater, you can arm your torpedo, or if your torpedo is already armed, you can launch it, and that allows you to remove 1 crew member from the other sub's crew and add it back into the general pile, where they can pick it up again if they go back to the surface and collect it. So those are the things you can do. So doubles and 7s. What about anything else? If you roll anything else, you keep rolling until you get a 7 or a doubles. And again, your objective, collect 5 of these intelligence gems or wipe out your opponent's crew. And that is how you play the game. It's a very quick game to play. It's very compact. I mean, check out, the size of this tin here. It's a very small game. Everything fits in here. You can take it with you, throw it in your pocket, play it anywhere. Again, it's a 2-player game. Plays in about 5 minutes or less. So, good game if you are looking for something to do while you're waiting for people to show up, that kind of thing. So overall, what are my opinions on this one? Well, first, I want to say, again, this is a Kickstarter. So this is a prototype. Check out the Kickstarter page to see what the final one looks like. But the components that we were given were very solid and get the job done, and we were able to play it relatively easy. I also want to point out that I did the how to play video for the Kickstarter campaign. So that is out there. But as you may already know, hopefully you already know, we pride ourselves on giving honest opinions on anything we get, regardless. So and I can do a how to play video and not necessarily like a game. I can teach you how to play a game I don't like. So for this one, what did I think? I'll be honest, when I first got it, I wasn't sure. Again, you get these compact games. It's not the first small game I've looked at. And I've enjoyed small games, so it didn't completely put me off that it was a small game. It surprised me a little bit. I remember agreeing to get it to do the how to play, and then also saying I would do the review for it as well, or the initial impressions video for it as well. And then I just kind of forgot about it a little bit until it arrived. And I didn't actually check it out enough I knew it was a small game. I knew the rules were pretty simple. Again, the rules are on this card here. That's all you need to play the game. So I knew it was going to be a quick game and a simple game because I did look at the rules real quick. It was like, oh, a little 2-page thing that fits on a card, no problem. So I wasn't sure what I was going to think. On the other side of that too, originally I wasn't going to have Megan play this game with me because I wasn't sure if it was something that she would like either. So roll around to actually having to do not only the how to play, but then get ready for this. And I asked Megan if she would sit in on it with me because of the whole simultaneous rolling and all that good stuff. I wanted to kind of catch some extra video. And I was pleasantly surprised, not only from my perspective of playing this game. Again, it is a quick game. It does rely on dice for all your actions, so rolling the dice, there's that luck factor there, the randomness. I've had games where I had a game where I didn't roll a 7 almost the entire game. I don't know how that happens, but it happens to me. Dice are not my friend. And then I had a game like right after that where I almost didn't roll any doubles. But again, it plays really quick. I didn't care. It was fun to play. And the other part that surprised me was that Megan really enjoyed it as well. In fact, she was willing to play it multiple times in a row. It probably didn't hurt that she won pretty much every time we played. Because again, I had a couple really bad games of dice rolling there where I was pretty much locked up. But yeah, so I mean, when we got done with it, she kind of looked at me, and again, I wasn't even thinking about bringing her into the video or anything like that. I just needed some more play of it, and I needed some play footage and stuff like that. And she's like, "Yeah, I really like this game. It's a fun little game, and it's fast. I like how it plays." And I got to agree with her. And there is a bit of, I mean, there's the randomness of the dice and stuff, but there is a bit of decision making at certain points as well with the push your luck factor. Um, you know, my crew's almost wiped out, but I'm almost at 5 gems. Do I surface to try to get some more crew back so that I don't get eliminated by the removal of my crew, the elimination of my crew? Or do I stay and try to get that 1 gem? Because, if I can get that 1 gem, then I win. Those kind of decisions come up while you're playing the game, and it's a quick game, so it's not a game where you get to sit around and really think on that decision. You got to make that decision quick and decide what you're going to do. Part of it, of course, is by what you roll. So once you roll that 7, what do you do with it? Do you go back to the surface and keep rolling from there so that hopefully you can get your crew back and all that kind of stuff? Or do you stay down and try to get the gem? Those kind of things. So some pretty interesting decisions, I think, that can come of it, all while dealing with the hectic frenzy of the fact that it is a simultaneous, quick moving game where you don't have a lot of time to just sit and think about what you're doing. And again, comes in a nice little tin, very compact, fit right in your pocket. Take it anywhere if you're looking for something for, say, again, like a waiting for somebody, or maybe to add to if you do like lunch hour games at work, that kind of thing. Definitely something worth checking out. Even beyond that, I think it's a cool little game. And again, it plays so quick and fast. Obviously, if you're a hardcore Euro and that's all you like to play and you like to sit and think about your decisions, this isn't going to be the game for you. But if you're looking for and like to play games that are quick and fast, or if you like having those little fillers for game nights while you're waiting for people, stuff like that, or to start or end a game night, start a game night, you and maybe somebody else showed up, end of the night, maybe there's 2 of you left, that kind of thing. Casual gamers and couples and stuff. Like I said, myself and Megan, we had a lot of fun with it. We really enjoyed it. So I'm definitely recommending this one. I think it was a fun, fast little game. And it's kind of interesting that, again, little compact tin and everything fits in there. My only complaint, my only gripe, and I've shared this already, is for your first few plays, unfortunately, with the instructions, you've got your setup and stuff, and then you've got what happens on the surface right here with your 7s and your doubles. And then on the back, you have, your underwater sevens and doubles. It would be nice if those two pieces were on the same side, and it would be nice if there was a second one of these so that each player can have it. Once you get past 3 to 5 games, I'll say, you won't need this anymore, but those first few games, you do kind of get that. I mean, even if you go over it, I mean, Megan and I went over this card several times. I quizzed her a couple times, the whole thing, just to try to make sure that everybody understood what happens when you're on the surface and you get sevens and doubles, what happens if you're underwater, you get sevens and doubles. But once you start rolling those dice, and you need to know it in a hurry, a lot of that stuff can go out the window your first few games. And so it gets a little frustrating. Not a lot. It didn't take away from the game. Again, once you get to the 3 to 5 play area, you're pretty good, and you probably won't need this anymore. Again, we're talking about a 5-minute game, so you're not talking about a huge investment to get to that point either. But just out of the box, out of the tin, it would be nice to have 2 of these and for it to be restructured so that all of your options are on one side of the card. That's it. That's the only thing that I really had a small issue with, and it was actually Megan who pointed out to me first before I actually said it. So there you go. That is my initial impressions of Brace for Impact. Solid, quick little game that's going to take you a lot less time than this video, unfortunately. So go check it out when it's on Kickstarter. Again, I believe it's launching towards the end of March. And get yourself a cool little game that plays really quick. All right, thanks a lot, guys. I will see you in the near future, hopefully, bringing you some more videos. So thanks for watching.